Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to my next installment in the series of how I alter my composition books to use for the Fauxbonichi. This is the book that I've been working on and showing you step by step, so we will go right into the next step. But first, I want to let you know that I made a huge mistake that I wanted to clarify. Now, when I started doing these series, I just picked a random composition book off my shelf, and I happened to pick the one with 80 sheets, okay? Do not do that. When you go to look for your composition books, whether they're lined or gridded, you can get them either way. Look for the ones that have 100 sheets, which will give you 200 pages. And each composition book that I do holds 2 months, okay? And then with some extra pages. So make sure, do not get the one with 80 sheets, get the one with 100 sheets, which gives you 200 pages. Now, over the weekend, I was totally freaking out. Oh, and I cleaned my space for you this morning. Oh, I had to, it was driving me nuts. Anyway, here's the new book and that we're working on. And over the weekend, I totally freaked out. I had like a mathematical freak out because I was working in my book and I was doing the the sides, and I wasn't gluing the papers down because I was on vacation and I didn't have my books with me, blah blah blah. Anyway, I was going through the book and I cannot tell you how many times I counted the sheets in this book, and it came up short every time, and I'm thinking, what on earth is going on? And now I've done all these series videos and people are going to just not like me very much because I'm giving false information. And your books might not turn out correctly. So I wanted to clear that up. And I did go back and look through the videos, and I did not even tell you which book to get. And no one had asked. But yeah, they do sell apparently composition books with various numbers of sheets in them. And so when I got home from vacation yesterday, I was looking on my shelf because I'll fix it. I'll figure out how to add the extra pages in at a later time. But then I noticed when I looked on my shelf, that's what happened. This book only has 80 sheets instead of 100. So yeah, I was freaking out for nothing. And I do actually know how to count. Apparently, I just don't know how to see. I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so we've gone through, little recap, we've gone through covering the front, we've gone through covering the inside, we put the little pocket here. This is where I put some cards that somebody had given me, a sweet friend, and some of the prompts and stuff like that. And so let's move on to the next thing. I have done a few pages. I did a few pages while I was on vacation, but I only have a travel bag. It's a pretty big travel bag, but it doesn't hold everything that I have here on my desk. So what I'm going to go over with you today is the next step in the process, okay? Working from a blank page upward to a fully decorated page, okay? Let's see here. Okay, so the first thing I do when I am deciding on what I want for my page is, and if you'll notice here, this is July 5th and this is July 6th. I don't even know what day today is. Let's see, it is the 10th possibly. That's what my watch says anyway. So yeah, I'm behind, okay? You might as well call me the ketchup queen because yeah, I'm behind. And that's okay. Because if you've watched any of my flip throughs before, I do what I can when I can. That's all I can do. I don't work on it daily, even though I have daily entries. So this is how I start. I start with a blank page, basically. And because I am behind, I put Post-it notes in, right? So I just jot down little things that we did that day, okay? On every page, okay? So Saturday, this was yesterday's, so yeah. Okay, so that's what I do. So when I start out on my book in the morning, I go to my computer, I look here on my Post-it, I go to my computer and I see, or I look on my list here and I see, okay, we ran more errands, we finished up the kids' bathroom, we grilled chicken for dinner, and the kids came back down to the South House. So sometimes I put all those things on the page and sometimes I don't, okay? For this page, I decided to go ahead and use a beautiful note paper that my sweet friend from the Fauxbonichi group gave to me in Iraq. And I'm going to take this and write down, just do the journaling and what we did. When I got home from vacation yesterday, I got on the computer and one of the things on here was we finished up the kids' bathroom. So I printed out pictures of the kids' bathroom that I want to, save and put in here. So what I will probably do is write down on here what we did, do my journaling on here, and then I'll cut the pictures out and paste them in here, okay? And then I'll color the backgrounds and finish up the top here. Now on this page here, you'll see I've already started. I typically work on several pages at the same time, and they're all in various stages of completion. So how I begin, I told you how I'm going to do this page, okay? What I do is I go to the first thing I do is, of course, I look at my Post-it note, and then I go to my computer and I try to find clip art. Now on this page here, when I say we, I mean my husband, my big handsome, he was painting the kids' bathroom and our bedroom. And so I go to the computer and I find a clip art just of somebody painting. So I find the clip art, or I save, this is a business card from a place that we visited down in the Keys. He is an upcycler, and he does a lot of artwork, so we like to go visit him and his wife at their store. So we did that, and I just put their business card in. I collect things along the way. I chose to draw a sign that my husband bought for the patio downstairs. And so once I have all of that, either the clip art, the memorabilia, or the ephemera that I want to put, or things drawn, I then go back in pencil. I always do it in pencil because my hands shake, and so sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So I go back in and I write everything in pencil. I do my headers, I write my journaling and all of that, okay? So once this is done, so the first step is gluing down the clip art, gluing down the ephemera, maybe drawing something here or there. Then I go back in and I write everything, okay? Now my next step is going to be to put color on, okay? So I use typically, and I love them, and I have them in many different shapes and forms. Let's see here. Here's one that's not open yet even. Okay. Here are the sizes from biggest to smallest down here. Oh, I also have some glitter ones too that I can show you. Okay. These are Posca paint pens. You can find them on Amazon. They are more of an expensive thing to get, to use, but I love them. I absolutely love them, and I save up these types of purchases for like special occasions, for birthday gifts, Mother Day gifts, things like that. So the thick, and they come in a variety of sizes, the Posca paint pens. And what it is a pen with, I believe it's a pen with acrylic paint in it. Now, because it's all written in Japanese, I have no clue, but I'm thinking that that's what they are, okay? So they come in 5 millimeters, okay, which are big, thick ones. They come in 3 millimeters. They come in I believe these are 1 millimeter. Yep, these are 1 millimeter. They come even fatter than this, but they're wonderful to use. And then I have glitter ones too. And I don't know what size those are. I can't see. It's all in Japanese, but 3 millimeters. Okay, so I take my Posca pens and I usually do my headers in the Poscas. Okay, now sometimes like over here, I did this right here in Posca marker and then I outlined it in a micron. Okay. I usually outline my clip art in either micron or I also use Papermate Flare pens. I used Posca here and outlined it, Posca here and outlined it. And then again, most of my writing I do is in Flare pen. Okay. And then the other material I use is my colored pencils. These happen to be Prismacolor. Excuse me. These happen to be Prismacolor, but I like Crayola just as well. So that is what I use to color in my backgrounds. Okay. So back to this here. The first thing I do when I start with a blank page is I gather my clip art of things that have been going on, things that I want to put in. You know, this is clip art that I'm going to use in the coming days. You know, my husband went fishing. I had 500 subscribers, and I thank you so much for that. This is just a cute little thing about home again, jiggity jig. My son's broken arm, something about journaling, a sailfish my husband caught, shows we're watching, anything. My poor son and his cast. Anything that I want to put in here and not draw, I do clip art for. So that is how I do it. I collect my clip art depending on what's on my Post-it notes. I figure out where I want to place things. I stick them down. I write everything in pencil. Then I go back in with anything, with markers. I happen to use Posca paint pens, but I use, you know, I do my wording and then I copy all my text. And then the last thing I do is color in the background. Okay, that's the last thing I do, and I color right over the marker and the pen. It doesn't make a difference. And so, yeah, that's how I do it. And that's the next installment of my process. Hopefully next time, I think I'm going to do a video about some questions that I have been asked. And so I'll just do a separate video for that. I hope that this has helped you. And I would like to also do another video as well, I guess like a journal with me kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. Look forward to that. And thanks again for your support. Thank you for your wonderful comments, for your, you know, thumbs up and all of that. I so appreciate it. And I will catch you next time. Thanks.